What's up, everybody? It's me, WalkerBricks on YouTube, and today I'm going to be discussing about probably one of the worst LEGO situations right now, and it's all about Bricks and Minifigs. So if you don't know what Bricks and Minifigs is, Bricks and Minifigs is probably one of the most well-known LEGO retail stores in the entire world. There are over about probably like 100 locations. You can buy, sell, and trade LEGO sets here. And well, just recently in May 2026, they just had a massive lawsuit about the scandal of $200,000 worth of Lego. So basically, what I mean, in 2023, an elderly old man had a Lego collection of Star Wars sets that were roughly about $200,000, and then he was trying to sell his sets at Bricks and Minifigs and give him a deal where he can have some of his money back, as well as some giving the sets to sell. Now, the old man currently had some health issues, and Bricks and Minifigs accepted the deal. However, when the store's ownership changed and the original operator said to vacate the property, the new owners and corporate stepped in. Instead of honoring the previous contract, they allegedly refused to return the collection or pay the consignor. This is just very controversial for Bricks and Minifigs, especially when it became viral on YouTube and a lot of other social media, which just became crazy. In that the Bricks and Minifigs store was in Oregon. They later closed their location in Salem, Oregon, with the sign saying temporarily closed, BAM corporate. And yeah, so is Bricks and Minifigs cooked? Well, yes, they are cooked, but they have officially responded about the controversy. When people think of Bricks and Minifigs, they think of families and children and a shared love for building something together. They don't think of manufactured claims, legal battles, zealous online profiteers, viral mischaracterization, sensationalization, and heated disagreements. Seeing a father and his family at the center of a dispute regarding an unauthorized consignment is heartbreaking. We understand why people might initially react with suspicion online. The headline, although false, stating BAM stole an old man's life savings, would make anyone curious. However, there is always more to the story. While our initial responses focused on legal defenses that unfortunately take time and are ongoing, and because we as an entire brand are now forced to process a massive wave of online chaos, we feel the online community deserves a clear response to customer inquiries and the hopeful resolution of an isolated and former franchisee's private dispute. We embrace self-reflection but champion the unfiltered truth. We want to be entirely transparent about what happened and what we are doing to fix it so a situation like this never happens again. At BAM Franchising, the franchisor for the Bricks and Minifigs brand, our community is built on trust, passion, and a shared love for creativity. Over the last several weeks, a deeply distressing and manufactured narrative has circulated online regarding our Salem, Oregon location. This article seeks to establish the truth of the situation publicly.
The public narrative surrounding Bricks and Minifigs claims that corporate leadership and our new Salem franchisees knowingly stole. However, we are hopeful the individuals involved in this private dispute can resolve such among themselves, which we support. We refuse to let a private legal battle obscure our core values. Moving forward, we are implementing more rigorous record keeping.
Anyway, guys, that's it for this video, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye.